this is how a multi-million-dollar career built on sweat, tears, and sleepless nights has just been eroded just by one person opening their mouth on social media. This is the story of Ezra Olubi, who is a co-founder of Paystack, a Nigerian platform that was created specifically to help Africans do financial transactions in and out of Africa. Now, I broke the story yesterday of how a lady named Max took to her social media to expose very cringe secrets of this brother in regards to his sexual desires for his cat, how he contracted HIV/AIDS, and then thought that one of the cures of HIV/AIDS is by sleeping with young girls. So let's examine this story and understand where did this come from. So Max shared how they met with Olubi, and according to her, it was through social media. She just made a post on social media during her birthday. She was moving from America. She was moving from one state in America to another state, moving house, and she was doing housewarming. And then she took to her social media and said she would be happy for anyone that would gift her. And then someone she referred to as John Doe, probably he was operating under a private account, came out and offered to buy her a gift. And just like that, they came to talk. And based on the way Olubi, dresses and expresses himself, she thought he was gay. But later on, she came to understand that Olubi was actually straight. And, for many people in Nigeria, just like Maxi, they mistook Olubi for being gay because of his, strong expression in terms of fashion. He paints his nails. His fashion style comes off often as feminine, so it was easy to mistake him as a gay person. So they talk, and then eventually they decide, let Maxi come to Africa. So she comes to Lagos, Nigeria, where they meet up. And after studying each other over a period of time, they agreed to make it official. But there was the catch. At the time, Maxi was dating a woman, but Olubi had no problem with it. So he was okay with being in a relationship with two women, a situation that is described as a polycule, where two women can be in a relationship with one man, or one man can be in a relationship with two women while they know of it altogether. So it's just polygamy. In my understanding, just a fancy name. Polycule is just a fancy name. So when they decided to move in together, things were going on well over a period of, a good time. And then along the way, Olubi got to look at some irreconcilable differences. One of which was the way that Olubi was expressing himself, used to express himself or talk to Maxi. According to Maxi, it came off as disrespectful, yet according to Olubi, to him it was just a free way of expressing himself without really meaning harm. But Maxi used to take offense of it, and according to him, Maxi came up as a very delicate person whom he could not deal with. That, among other reasons, decided to end the relationship. And actually, he sent her an email and said that, and he went ahead to send her an email, and then he said that, last October, I mentioned that I needed to ease back into the friendship rather than continue from where we left off, stating that I had to protect myself. I have now realized that protection requires complete severance. Earlier this year, I became aware of some allegations that you made about me shortly after we broke up. Allegations now held as fact by people I don't know, since they originate from you as someone who was actually in a relationship. I cannot begin to grasp the full extent of what intimate details about me you have misrepresented to strangers, stripped of context, and how far it has spread. I do know what you told Fatima, which you acknowledge when we met in Lagos. In contrast, when I told my friends we were no longer together, I communicated incompatibilities over placing blame. Many of them, unfortunately, became victims of harassment as a result of your recent Twitter altercation. These are people who welcomed you with nothing but love. I cannot change the past, and I accept that opinions in the world will persist. What I can control, however, is whether I create a new folder, As such, I will be permanently distancing myself. That's how he cut it off officially. Now, where the problem really came from is when he said that regarding the outstanding 55,000 loan made towards your brother tuition, let me have repayment schedule. Our engagement concludes once the loan is settled. That's where the problem came from. So the brother called off the relationship. And now, the girl called offense. So the main reason why Olubi is now being haunted and why Paystack has actually suspended him, why the community, why all his secrets, past secrets are out there, and everyone knows every secret about him. Why he has literally deactivated his Twitter account, and now why he's incommunicado is because of one act of kindness. He gave a loan to contribute towards Maxi's brother's education, and now Maxi, out of not wanting to pay the money, decides to put the brother on blast, citing that he abused her, emotional abuse actually, and actually she is insisting on having a class act lawsuit placed against Olubi. Do you know a class act lawsuit is a lawsuit that is organized by a group of people aimed at one person, and that group of people suffered similar effects as a result of the person they are suing. So what Max is aiming at is finding people that may drive the same story of Olubi abused me, because one of the reasons why she gave for coming out was the fact that Olubi was very rude and insensitive to his employees, would shout at them and abuse them. So she literally wants to take this guy to prison, and she also alleges that he plotted to have people rob her or kill her. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's so fucking crazy, man. And now what's even funny, now along the way, when he asked for the money back, Maxi went ahead to send him an email asking him to have the money paid in 2028. And guess what? This loan was given in 2021, a sum of $55,000. That money, she decided, she asked that it gets paid by 2028. Imagine 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. You give someone money in 2021 and then she tells you she'll pay it after 9 years. What the hell is that? So this clearly shows that this lady came out, she wants to take this guy to prison so that she has nothing to pay at the end of the day. Do you see how? You see, man. I think this guy's story is very eye-opening for me. It teaches me a lot of things. It teaches me that sometimes, especially dealing with women, and I've always said this, that when men get into relationships with women, they fall in love with these women. So that's where they find that men end up oversharing information about themselves, their secrets, their investments, and all that. Women on the other end fall in for what the man has to offer, because she indicated that one of the things that actually lured her to come to Lagos to live with this guy was the fact that this guy he had money and was generous with it. And also Ezra, was very much kept a company of feminists. So I think they found themselves with a lot of things in common, So yeah, and she decided to come to Nigeria and live with the guy. But she was there because of the money. When the guy cut off ties, she now took offense and she doesn't want to pay back the money. So my point is, in this instance, when you're giving money to anybody, a woman or man, you need to give money that you can lose, that you're okay losing, because $50,000 is a lot of money. It's a cent and therefore, yeah, you really need to give money that you can lose, because now just a simple act of kindness has cost this guy his legacy, his career, and his reputation. Right now, nobody cares about him being a very good software engineer, him being one of the wealthiest Nigerians in dollars, because as I indicated in the other story, Paystack was created with his other co-partner, and they sold it for a whopping 200 million US dollars. After which, of course, they had to split in the middle, and again, they remained on board of Paystack. So that means there was an agreement for them to keep running the system even after selling the company. They still have shares within it after selling the software. So that means they still have shares within the company. The brother is a rich young man, but nobody cares about that anymore because he has been suspended off Paystack right now and he's gone so quiet. And I like what he has done so far. Keeping quiet is a very good tool as well. It's a good response. But, well, going back to the tweets that were leaked, it was really cringe that it exposed this guy's desire. It exposed this guy's desire for young girls, almost exposing him as a P. And then he also admitted or tweeted that he had had sex with his cat. And through sex with his cat named Lucifer, he got hepatitis and HIV. Imagine that. And then he also treated to, using his fingers on his cat. So it's some gross allegations and gross admissions, which, so to speak, are really bad. That cat needs justice as well. If anything, it should be that cat complaining, writing, pushing out these tweets on social media. I don't know, this class act lawsuit, is it going to have a cat as among them? But yeah, guys, that aside, I hope you guys learn a few things from this story. Please, guys, know who you share whatever you're sharing with. Do not just share things for. Please, do not.